Hey TeeSquad, welcome back to Spilling Tees, your go-to spot for custom t-shirts, tutorials, design tips, and behind-the-scenes hustle. Today I'm showing you how to take your logo and cut it with Siser Brick Vinyl, one of the best heat transfer vinyls for crisp, small details. We are putting it to the test on a sleek black trucker hat to see just how bold and professional it can look. If you've been curious about Siser Brick HTV for hats, logos, or tiny designs, you don't want to miss this. First, I'm going to bring my logo into design space. To skip designing, scroll to 6 minutes and 28 seconds where I press the vinyl onto the hat, but tune in to the end so you can get my final thoughts on working with this vinyl. I need to slice the logo a few times in order to get my gold meander. I need to change spilling to navy blue, and the word tees with the symbol needs to be red. Before I do any slicing, I see that the E's on the word tees are not as perfect as I would like them to be. So I'm going to grab a half circle shape to cut out the space inside of those letters. If at any time the playback speed is too fast, just tap the gear on your mobile phone in the right hand corner of the video and hit the playback speed to adjust it to your liking. But now I'm going to grab a square shape so that I can cut out the word spilling. Here I will change each word to the corresponding colors of my logo. I wanted a little more added to the hat, so I decided to put my slogan. Let us spill your tea. This font was kind of cool, but not really, you know? It wasn't good enough for me, so I'm going to find a better one now. We will now proceed with a process of elimination. Alright, now that I've got the font, I'm going to line everything up and figure out how big or small I want it on the hat. I decided to make the design 5 inches wide and 2 3/4 inches in height. Now it's time to get your hat press together. So before cutting the vinyl, I will prepare the hat press by setting it to a temperature of 280 degrees and setting the timer for 10 seconds. Now take one more look at your design to make sure it is to your liking, then save it in case anything happens. So when I went to press make it, silly me, I forgot to change the dimensions of the design. So I'll do that now. Thank God for the warning panel. Now we can save it and make it. Once I look over all the boards to make sure the correct words and symbols are located on the correct color board, I'll go in and mirror each image and press continue. Siser Brick 600 is a thick material. Recommended cutter settings can vary, but generally you'll need a higher blade depth and pressure. For a Cricut, a cardstock light setting or a custom setting with a higher blade depth, like 5 or 6, is often a good starting point. Always do a test cut first to ensure proper cutting. Now I'll go ahead and cut out my vinyl. Today I am using my HTV Standard Grip Mat. Let's go ahead and weed out the designs. These are very small letters, so I have to be very careful. Weeding out the slogan was very tedious. The dot above the letter I and underneath the exclamation mark were not staying on the carrier sheet at all. To prepare the hat, I'm going to remove the lint and then I'll press it for a few seconds to remove any moisture. I retrieved the silicone wrap as some individuals employ it to avoid creases in the hat, and I intended to experiment with it. If it is no longer visible while pressing the design, it will indicate that its presence was unnecessary. To ensure proper placement, I am going to start from the bottom and work my way up with the design. Of course, I'll need my heat-resistant tape to tack it in place. I'm going to apply firm, even pressure to the design for 8 to 10 seconds. Since this is a cool peel, I'm going to go ahead and apply the next design right above it. But first, I wanted to confirm the vinyl's adherence, considering I had used the silicone wrap, which regrettably did not perform as expected. Going forward, I will refrain from using the silicone wrap. I'll go ahead and repress the hat for 10 seconds. When I was weeding out the slogan, the dots underneath the exclamation mark fell off, so now I will use Pryline All-Purpose Adhesive 7010 spray. I originally bought this by mistake to spray onto my cutting mats to get them to restick, but decided to keep it, and I'm glad I did. This is a non-returnable item anyway, because transportation of this item is subject to hazardous materials regulations. But once sprayed lightly onto the hat, it will help the dots stay in place on this curved platen. It is an excellent all-purpose spray adhesive for bonding many materials. It creates a smooth, clear, flexible, and non-wrinkling bond. The extended open tack time is ideal for larger projects. It will not bleed through, and you can use this adhesive for scrapbook layouts, paper crafts on cardboard, fabric, felt, photos, whatever. It's great for adhering lightweight materials to heavy materials like wood and metal too. Be careful because this is extremely flammable. You'll see me using this shortly. For now, I'll continue on with the rest of the design. Okay, time for the Krylon spray. Now, I don't want to soak the hat, just a light mist because it is sticky. Then I'll put back all the little bits that came off while I was weeding. Now that I pressed everything on to the best of my ability, let's see what the outcome is. I can honestly say I love it. This brick vinyl is A1. The only issue I have with it is the small details like the periods or dots will not stick to the carrier sheet, but it will cut through pretty well on the recommended setting. It cut through some pieces of the carrier sheet, but not too much where it became a problem. I would keep the cut setting where it is at. Overall, I'm satisfied. What about you, TeeSquad? Let me know in the comments what you think after you try this brick vinyl, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell after you subscribe for more tutorials and design tips. Stay cool, calm, and creative. Much love.